In this video, I'm going over the new NBA 2K24 NBA templates for all the point guard builds, and I'm really going to be focused on showing you all the best three-point hunters in my opinion. So if you're going in to select a point guard and you want to become a three-point hunter, besides selecting your favorite player, I would consider some of the players that we'll talk here. So here's all 10 of the players, kind of some of their heights, weights, wingspans, but this is all 10 presets as of right now that has been released from Community Day. So 10 really different types of players, all with all specific sets, but all their builds are tailored to kind of what they do in real life. So like I said, I'll be going over the best three-point hunters, and I'll go through kind of the play styles and other videos. But for this one, these are the players that I feel like if you're really just looking for a preset build that's the best for this specific play style versus your favorite point guard, I think that you should take some of these recommendations. So first off, LaMelo Ball, some of the highlights, finishes well, 88 driving layup, but really one of the highest three-pointers out of all the preset guards, and later I'll show you some of the stats. 82 three-pointer, really good pass accuracy with 95. This build does play defense, 71 perimeter, and then pretty good physicals. And again, being 6'7", you are a giant point guard, so being able to finish and play good defense, being 6'7", is always helpful. The next player we're looking at is Jalen Brunson. You can see 96 close shot, 94 mid-range shot. Another key here would be the ball handle and pass accuracy both being an 87, which is pretty good. Not a lot of defense with Jalen. 60 perimeter is the highlight there, and speed acceleration both being the same at 82. Jalen's 6'2", so not super tall, but not entirely too short overall. Good stamina as well. The next player we're looking at is Kyrie Irving. Good finishing, 91 driving layup. Mid-range is a highlight with an 82 three-pointer as well. The biggest benefit to this build would be the 98 ball handle. Only a 58 perimeter defense, which isn't too good, so not going to play a ton of defense with this player. 87 acceleration is really good. 6'2". One thing with this to consider, this build, as of I know, unless I'm wrong, it does not get limitless range bronze, whereas some of the other ones will, so something to take and consider later on. And finally, the last player that we'll be looking at is Trae Young. Good finishing, 91 driving layup, 92 close shot. The three-pointers an 85, which is really high for the preset point guards. 95 ball handling, which is really good. You're going to get a lot of good playmaking badges. 60 perimeter, it's not horrible, it's not great. And for Trae Young's physicals, really good 84 speed with 87 acceleration. And now we're really getting depth and kind of compare the attributes. So I kind of showed them one by one, and now we'll compare them all together. So here is all of the players kind of side by side. You can kind of go down and compare. When it comes to the finishing aspect, I mean, LaMelo absolutely takes this. 83 driving dunk, 88 driving layup. So really LaMelo. And then make sure to also take in consideration some of the heights with these players. So LaMelo being 6'7", of course, like it's going to be able to finish a lot better. As you get into the shooting, though, you can see LaMelo definitely lacks in the mid-range. And with the new system where you have to have certain attributes to unlock certain tiers of badges that you can get, I know that that is going to really affect the build. And based on some of the math, I haven't seen the actual badges come out with these builds yet, so once they do, it'll be easy. But I don't think LaMelo gets like limitless range, same as for Kyrie. So you're not going to be able to shoot from super deep with those two, whereas Trae Young and Jalen do get those. With Jalen's 94 mid-range, that is something definitely to look at too as a 6'2" player. Be able to, you know, not dunk the ball really well, but you'll be able to get in there, shoot layups really well with those three smaller guards. But LaMelo's 83 driving dunk is definitely a benefit for being 6'7". And we go to playmaking. Really, I mean, Kyrie steals a show with the 98 ball handling. I think that's really, him and Trae Young are probably going to be the two that people look at the most. Of course, but the pass accuracy with LaMelo is really good at 95. But looking at those two, I feel like those would be the ones that are going to have the ability to unlock the high tier levels for the playmaking, especially most players, like we're talking about three-point hunting. Their pass accuracy is also high enough. Trae Young's being the lowest at 83. So Kyrie kind of takes this one in that area. And then if we go to defense, really Jalen Brunson, Trae Young, and Kyrie all kind of have the same exact defense, whereas LaMelo with the 71 perimeter does, you know, benefit mostly from that, which he should, being 6'7". Just realistically in the game is going to be better. Jalen Brunson having a 55 interior defense is interesting as well. It's much higher than everybody's. So, and then to the last part, the physicals here. Really not much difference overall in the physical. So acceleration, if it's the same as 2K23, that really more benefits point guards, like ability to kind of like boost and like that first dribble. So with Kyrie and Trey both having an 87, and then Kyrie having a 99 stamina, that's definitely something to pay attention to. And then with LaMelo, he does have the 70 vertical, which is probably for dunk packages and things that you'll be able to unlock. So with the physicals, Jalen's the slowest, but Jalen does have the best shooting ability versus the other ones. So kind of giving you all a good comparison just between, just to really help you, you know, make the decision. I do think these are the best 4 to choose from if you're wanting to just get out there and shoot 3-pointers. Of course, if you have a favorite player, of course, you can look into those, but I really suggest looking into these 4. So I took all these attributes and I kind of dialed it down to the most important ones here that you can kind of look at, just to give you maybe an easier view of each one. So you can pause the video here. Not going to run through this one a ton. I feel like we've kind of went over this mostly, but I highlighted the green ones being the highest, or they're tied for highest. So as you can see, Trey has 4 green blocks more than anybody. But the biggest thing, of course, is, you know, his ability to not play any defense. But most of these can't play any defense. So really just take a look at this, see if you feel like these are key attributes that you would look for. If not, you know, you can go back to the last slide. But here's my recommendations based on the mode you're going to play. So if you're going to play Park a lot, I do think this player is the best player. I'm going to go with LaMelo Ball here. I think being 6'7", you're going to be able to play defense. You don't really need super limitless range. Of course, having it would be nice, or being able to shoot super deep. So based on my knowledge of where he is, I don't think he does get any limitless. But, you know, being able to be 6'7", pretty much defend anything. He has decent defensive rebound. He has pretty good perimeter defense. His physicals aren't too bad. He's going to be able to do anything you want offensively. So if you're really going to play a lot of Park, I do think that LaMelo's the way to go. I do think LaMelo could be utilized in Rec or Pro-Am, but I wouldn't suggest it being a competitive build. I suggest creating your own. But if you're just going to load the game up and just want to score the ball and just, you know, be able to kind of do a little bit of everything in a way, I think LaMelo's a good way to go. For Rec and Pro-Am, of course, I suggest going with a custom build if you're really going to get into the competitive scene. But I would go with Trae Young. He does have the ability to shoot real deep. The ball handling is really good. Kyrie was a close second, but again, based on what I've looked at, he does not have limitless range, and that is a must-have for Rec and Pro-Am. Your physicals are good. You're not going to be play much defense. You'll be able to get layups, but really, you're just a shooting playmaker. That's really what this build is going to be throughout this. So I hope this helped you all. I'm going to kind of go through each play style with the presets and go through all the positions and kind of highlight the ones that I did with this one. So if you enjoyed this video, or you want to see a specific player or see a specific breakdown, please comment below. If you're interested in playing with me in NBA 2K24, I have a Discord in the description below. If you like this video, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.